In this video, I'm gonna give you 10 tips for long-distance motorcycle travelers. They'll be proven by me, tested by me for many years. All of them are working, and I really hope that you will listen and you will be able to make much more interesting trips, much more easy, and to complete any one of them. I have a list because it's a really long video, so I don't want to forget anything. So first let me show you this place. It's a very interesting location, something that you cannot really find easy on the touristic guides. It's a abandoned city, drowned city actually, named Epecuén. It's located around 360 miles, around 550 kilometers southwest from Buenos Aires, and was drowned under 10 meters of water, 30 feet of water, more than 45 years ago in 1985. And it's remained like that until 1993. More about the city and video footage and a lot of pictures you can see in my detailed video episodes once I made it. But for now, I would like to focus on the video that I promised, and that's why I have the list. So, number one tip that I would like to tell you is to have a plan in advance. I know that many of you now will say, oh, Pauline, not again with your plans. You're talking about plans, plans, plans all the time. We already learned it. But guys, the plans are so important. Without a plan, you cannot do anything. As I said many times, I really appreciate people who decided to travel without any plans. But in my opinion, on a long trip, long distance trip, especially abroad, traveling without plan, it's just not possible. Make everything in advance. Just prepare yourself the best as possible. Plan does not mean to have every point, every hotel, every food. No, you need a general plan to know where you're going and what time of the year and how the whole trip will be executed and how long, how much time you're gonna need it and how much money you're gonna need it, and all of this is a plan. So never try to execute a trip without a plan, because it will be almost impossible. Number one, remember it, have a plan in advance. Number two, find the best places for you. This is very important. If you listen people, if you watch other people, you may think that what they've seen it's the best for you as well, but it's not always like that. For example, this place, this Epecuén town, is something that, as I said, you cannot find in the touristic guides, but it's a place that, in my opinion, worth much more than most of the famous touristic attractions, because it's something that I am interested. I would like to come and see places like this. That's why I went to Chernobyl many years ago. That's why I went to Kadakchan, the abandoned city, last year in Magadan area. I like to visit places like that. So the trip need to be customized for you. Don't listen anyone. Just point the places that you would like to see, the places that you would like to visit, roads that you would like to ride. If this is to ride only on the highways with 160 kilometers per hour, do it. If the idea is to ride with 30 kilometers per hour on the secondary roads, do it. If you like only twisty roads, do it. But don't listen to people and don't follow trends. This is very important if you want to have a nice trip, a really nice trip that will enjoy it very much. Now, number three, be flexible. This is partly related with number one, the plans. Be flexible and be ready to make changes all the time, because sometimes changes are necessary. Let me go inside. Maybe I will hide from this sun so you will be able to see me better. Maybe here. Let's see now how is this here. Check the camera. Okay, so I think that you can see my face here. All right. Okay, so be flexible, make changes if they're necessary. So what I mean by that, so you have your general plan. Almost dropped my telephone. So you have your general plan, but you can always make changes. For example, we planned to visit Uruguay, but because it did not happen, because of the we were not able to make insurance on the border, and it was 31st of December. All insurance companies in the town were closed, so we changed the plan immediately. And we had emergency plans, so we went immediately to Buenos Aires. So make changes if they are necessary, especially if they will help to the general plan to execute it faster or easier. So make the changes if they are necessary. Be flexible with the plan. As I said in the beginning, To have a plan does not mean that you have to execute every point, everything from the plan. Just be flexible. The next one is number 4. I'm not gonna count it properly. So number 4, control your budget, especially if you travel on budget like me and Plamen. This is so important, because at the beginning of the trip, when you still have money, it is easy to make some compromises, to say, okay, today I can afford to spend $50 for hotel, and tomorrow will be all right as well. But the more you travel, the more days are going, the less money you're going to have. And if you don't control your budget, you'll be on trouble on some stage. That's why it's so important to control your budget, to stick to the idea, the original idea that you have. That's why sometimes with Plamen we make these harsh decisions to, for example, when we're looking for a room, we said that we're not going to pay more than $20, $25 per room. And when the room is, let's say, $35, it's not that bad. It's only $10 for 2 people, $5 per person. And you can say $5 are nothing, but $5 today, $5 tomorrow, it's $150 per month. And if you make the same compromise with the food, with petrol and everything that you need during your trips, you're going to finish your budget much faster than you plan. So stick to the budget. Always try to stay and find the places that you can afford to eat and stuff like that. For example, this place, the area here is very expensive. So yesterday we tried to find a hotel for more than 3 hours. And all the hotels start from $40, and they even got hotels like $60, $70, $85. So at the end, it was already dark. We went to a pizza place and decided, let's go to eat something. And then we come to this place and decided actually to spend the night here in these ruins, instead of paying $50, $60 for a hotel. We actually were planning to stay here. And in very last moment, the pizza guy asked the pizza guy, and he told us about a guest house nearby. So we were able to take a room for $25, $26. Fantastic room with BR&B or whatever the word is. Fantastic spot, but in last moment. But we never make compromises, never ever, because we have a budget and we want to execute the trip. Okay, next one. Always try to negotiate. Hold on a second, I need to change the hands. Always try to negotiate the prices, always. This is exactly what we do every single day. Even if the hotel said $30, I try to negotiate it to 20. If they say 20, I'll try to negotiate it to 15. And it always works. 8 from 10 locations will drop the price. First, because when they see you're a foreigner, they immediately raise the prices a bit. And when you start to negotiate, we're coming to the original price, which is a little bit lower than what you have been told in the beginning. That's why always try to negotiate, and you'll see that most of the time you're gonna have results. Next one, check the forecast every day, every night. This is exactly what we do every night. We make the plans, we decided what we're gonna see on the next day, where we're gonna ride, and how the day will be going. And of course, we're always checking the weather forecast, because when you're on a long trip, when you plan to see so many things, the last thing that you're gonna need is a rainy day in the best location that you can have. For example, we came here early morning around 6:20, we were here. Perfect sunrise, fantastic colors, great for pictures. You're gonna see everything in the result episode. But if it's raining, it will completely ruin the whole experience. That's why it's so important. Check the forecast always. If it's raining, you can switch to something else. You can do something else. If you have time, if you have money, you can even wait a day or two until you have a better weather. So this is again very important if you want to have a perfect trip. Next one. Don't ride fast, but don't waste time. Now, this is also very important, because many people believe that if they have fast bikes, they can see more, because they can travel faster. And for our motorcycles now are only 300 cc, 25 horsepower. But it doesn't mean that we cannot see or complete the whole trip, because we don't ride fast. We don't have a physical possibility to ride fast with these motorcycles. The cruising speed of these motorcycles is around 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. maximum 110. This is already too much for these engines. But because we don't waste time, we're very, very efficient. We ride when we have to ride, and we slow down when we have to slow down. A few times I've been asked and I've been said that, oh, you're riding too many kilometers, you cannot see anything. Well, guys, some of you cannot understand the massive size of this continent. There are places and distances with 700-800 kilometers without anything in between. So what is the point to ride today 300 kilometers if I don't have anything to see? Just because the kilometers are too much? It's nothing too much. If I can ride today 800 kilometers and skip one overnight, one hotel, another one wasted day, I will do it. Of course, I prefer to ride 800 today and 200 tomorrow and see something better. For example, yesterday to come here, we rode like 550 kilometers, but we start on the lunch time. So from lunch until 9 in the evening, we get 550 kilometers and we got 20 minutes away from this place. But today early morning, we got the perfect light and everything just because we did not ride fast, but we did not waste any time. We were very, very efficient. It's very important on the long trips to be efficient. Let me see what was the next one. Protect the motorcycle. This is also partly related with the previous point. You have to protect the motorcycle. So, for example, we know that our motorcycles are not built to last thousands of kilometers with 120, 130 kilometers per hour because they just cannot. The engines just won't work for so long. And it is the same to any motorcycle. Protect the motorcycle because it is the only one that you have. If you break it, everything stops. Your journey stops. So you'll waste a lot of time and money and resources just to fix it, to continue traveling. And it is so much easier just to protect it. Don't ride it fast when it's not necessary. Don't bump it into the big potholes when it's not necessary. If you're on a very short trip, weekend ride or fun with guys around your home, you can afford anything. But on the long trips, man, just be gentle and everything will repay. Okay, next one. Never skip maintenance. This again part related to the point to protect the motorcycle. Never skip maintenance, even if it's not convenient for you, even if it's not the right moment, even if it's rainy, even if it's cold, even if you don't have the right tools or something. Find a way. Maintenance is so important because without the maintenance, your motorcycle will struggle and it might stop, even broke down. So maintenance is very important. Never skip the maintenance. We do it all the time. When the time comes, we stop and we change the oils. If necessary, we change it in the dust, in the all possible conditions, but we change the oils and we fix the motorcycles and we look after motorcycles because it's important. They are our horses now, and without a horse, you're a dead man. Okay, the last one. Don't even think about home before you complete the trip. I know that some people got homesick very fast. After 10 days or 2 weeks, they just want to go home. But remember, you get out of your home because you want an adventure. You want something. You want to see something. You dream for it. You save money for it. You plan for it. And finally you're here, but after 2 weeks, you start dreaming about your home. Forget about your home. It is there. It's not going to be anywhere. Just complete the trip first. Don't even think about your home before you complete the trip. It's exactly what I do. Now, the moment I still haven't got enough from the trip, I won't even think about home. Yeah, I can talk with my family and kids and so on, but home, it's just home. It is there when I complete the trip. But if you start thinking about it all the time, man, your thoughts, they will become like a hammer and will hit you in the head so badly, so one morning you will wake up and say, no, it's enough, I go home. So never think about it before the trip is completed. Only when the trip is completed, then you can plan your way back, and I'm sure that you can thank me later once you get back home, because even if you have difficulties, even if it's a hard day, even if it's a shitty day as it's happened many times, you will still enjoy it. It will be much better than to sitting at home or in the office or in front of the TV and all of this madness or this things that you do every single day. I really hope that this video will help you, at least one person, to make a better trips, to enjoy the trips way more than before. So press like or dislike, whatever it deserves. If you subscribe, even better. Don't forget that in the second channel, Motorcycle Adventures travel videos, I upload almost daily updates from the place I am at the moment. And once I get back home, I'll have very detailed long episodes, like 30-40 minutes each, for the whole trip, everything, all the places like this. Fantastic spot. Let me show you a little bit more from it. By the way, this town was something like a thermal resort, so famous, and this was actually the main facility with all of the baths and hot springs, and you can see like a small swimming pools here. But this is just one of the spots. The whole town over there, man, it's so interesting. You can see the remaining streets, and I won't say much. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Ciao.